In coastal Louisiana, where the muddy Mississippi River meets the Gulf of Mexico, new land is rising.
So this is some of the newest land in the United States of America, right here.
Bren Haas heads the Louisiana Coastal Protection and Restoration Authority, or CPRA.
This is new sediment. This is sediment that's coming from the water.
He says mud from the Mississippi is what built southern Louisiana over thousands of years. But for the last century, the river and its mud have been locked behind levees. Without that sediment to sustain it, the land has eroded away, 500,000 hectares since the 1930s.
Louisiana is really in a land loss crisis. That land forms the basis of our culture. It forms the basis of our communities. It's a huge part of our economy, of course, and it's our first line of defense against those storm surges that approach our coast during hurricane season each year.
And Louisiana may lose another 1,000,000 hectares of land in the next half century if nothing is done as climate change raises sea levels. That's why CPRA is planning a $1.4 billion channel called the Mid-Barataria Sediment Diversion to bring land-building Mississippi mud back to a patch of the coast.
And the idea behind the Mid-Barataria Sediment Diversion Project is to reconnect the river with these wetlands so they can do more work like you're seeing right here today.
But many who work along the coast oppose it.
The diversions that they're designing is going to wipe out this industry.
Oyster fisher Brad Robin says the diversion will upset the balance of salt and fresh water that sustains the shrimp and oysters that he and hundreds of fishers depend on.
The problem with the fresh water is that you will not have nothing to grow. It'll wipe out everything. It'll wipe out our ecosystem of the Gulf.
Fishers know the coast is disappearing, but they want CPRA to build land by dredging sediment from river bottoms and the Gulf. The agency already does a lot of dredging and plans to do a lot more, but dredged land washes away again, Haas says. The sediment diversion lets the river build and sustain the land. He knows it won't be good for everyone.
Is that going to change things, and is that going to impact people, as you've been discussing? Of course it will. And we've been very transparent about that, and we do have a plan and funds available to try to assist.
The state has set aside $300 million to help fishers find new grounds or new careers. But many fishers are not interested.
My family, that's all they do is fishing. That's all we ever done. My father was a fisherman. My grandpa was a fisherman. My great-grandpa was fishermen.
The question is what his children and their children will do. On a disappearing coast, Haas says, change is coming one way or the other. Steve Baragona, VOA News, Hopedale, Louisiana.